Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I will be teaching you how to make Tulsi tea with homegrown Tulsi. These are my Tulsi plants. You can see here I have like 6 to 7 plants around here, and Tulsi is very good for health. It is very high in antioxidants, and it is extremely good for the body, especially during these times. This is how we pick the Tulsi plants. I try to cut it at the node. You can cut into small branches, or even you can pinch it at the top. The choice is yours. You can pick it any way you want. And once you pick all the Tulsi that you need, you can either pick it as branches, or you can pinch the tops, or even you can take the leaves. I take all these leaves and these branches in the bowl, and I wash it thoroughly to make sure there are no bugs or there's no dirt around it. Once I wash, I dry it out in a towel, and then I place it on these dehydrating trays. I have the Nesco dehydrator with me. I place it in a thin layer on these trays just to make sure. Once you place these Tulsi leaves on the tray, make sure the center vent is open and that is not blocked. After I place it on the trays, I make sure to stack them up carefully, and again I repeat, make sure the vent in the center is open and nothing is blocking the vent. If that vent is blocked, then the chances of it drying well becomes very, very low. So now I'm putting the lid on top of these trays, and the dehydrating temperature I use is between 135 and 145. Even though in the booklet they say to use lesser temperature, I still find it very useful to put it between 135 and 145 degree Fahrenheit overnight. And once it is sitting there for overnight dehydrating, this is how my Tulsi looks like. Everything is dried to perfection. It has still retained the color. Once I find it all good, I put it into the bowl, give it a slight crush in the hands. At this point, you can use the leaves as is, putting it in a jar, but I find it much easier to crush it in my hand, or I also use the blender because I like the consistency of the green tea, so I make it to that consistency, not a fine powder but a coarse powder. This is how I put it in the blender. You can run it on low, or I just pulse it as well. Now you can see all the leaves have been grinded to a coarse powder, and I really love this texture. And once the powder is done, make sure to store it in an airtight jar. I just used a reusable Alfredo sauce jar, and now I'm making Tulsi tea with it. At a time, if you put almost 1 teaspoon approximately of Tulsi tea leaves, that is good enough for making 4 cups of Tulsi tea, and believe me, it's delicious than the store-bought Whole Foods organic Tulsi tea. This has more flavor and is more richer. You can see the pot holds the Tulsi leaves, and here is my Tulsi tea, guys. It's really delicious. Thanks for watching.